Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about the riots and the chaos in Washington DC. I feel like we're living in a third world country, and this is the first time that we saw the US Capitol building breached since the British invaded it in 1814 and set the US Capitol building on fire. I'd much rather be talking about the monoliths, these random monoliths that are appearing all across the world, disappearing weeks later, and no one knows anything about these monoliths. Or the Twisted Tea video that went viral, causing sales of Twisted Tea, a brand that I had probably never heard of, to be sold out in basically every single location.
When do you crave refreshing iced tea? Twisted Tea wants to know.
Smack me! Smack me! Come on, yeah. Drop it.
Twisted Tea, the refreshing hard iced tea that tastes like real iced tea with a kick.
Yeah, you got yours, buddy.
Probably wouldn't think that type of publicity would be good for any business, but I guess you know what they say, any publicity is good publicity, and this company definitely turned it into a positive. But anyways, let's talk about the riots and the chaos in Washington, D.C. More than 50 police officers were injured during these riots, and 4 people were killed. This came shortly after President Trump had a speech where he said that you will never take back our country with weakness.
We're going to walk down to the Capitol, and we're going to cheer on our brave senators and congressmen and women, and we're probably not going to be cheering so much for some of them, because you'll never take back our country with weakness. You have to show strength, and you have to be strong.
One woman was shot by a police officer, while another woman and 2 men died from medical emergencies, according to the police. Authorities later identified the woman who was shot as a 35-year-old California native and a veteran of the U.S. Air Force. As protesters continued to surge, made their way up to the U.S. Capitol building, to the House chamber, where members of Congress were currently sitting and voting on legislation, we shortly after saw images of guns drawn in the House chamber where these members of Congress were just voting on bills shortly before it. These are going to be images that people will remember for years to come. More than half an hour after Wednesday's rioting began, Trump urged his supporters to remain peaceful, asserting that we are the party of law and order. I don't know what this means, but really I think everyone is the party of law and order. I think Democrats, Republicans, I don't think it matters what party you're part of. I think everyone needs to follow the law, and it should be pretty basic. Don't harm anyone else. Don't hurt anyone. That should just be law and order. Follow the rules that are put in place. They're there for a reason. The Washington, D.C. mayor also came out and declared an extension of a public emergency for the 15 days after the incident, which would go through Inauguration Day on January 20th, when Joe Biden would be inaugurated. On top of all this, after these riots, this chaos, a lot of people on President Trump's cabinet, they decided to resign. They basically said, I'm out, I'm done, I can't handle this anymore. Transportation Secretary Elaine Chao was the first President Trump cabinet member to quit after the riot. Chao is the wife of GOP Senate Leader Mitch McConnell of Kentucky, and a number of other cabinet members quit as well. It's like their whole team, they're just dropping off. All of them are saying, I'm done, I'm out. Tyler Godspeed, the acting chairman of the Council of Economic Advisors, resigned. Eric Dryband, the assistant attorney general in charge of civil rights division of the Justice Department, he resigned. Trump's deputy national security advisor, Matt Pottinger, left, said, I'm done, I'm quitting, I'm resigning. Even more, Mick Mulvaney said he resigned as a special envoy to Northern Ireland because of the riot. And many more top officials, top cabinet members for President Trump said, I'm done, I'm out, it's time for me to resign and leave. With all of this craziness going on, everything with the government, it feels like we're living in a third world country. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. There's a lot of craziness going on in the world. Don't forget to check out our videos in the links down below. If you like this sort of content, make sure to like the video down below, subscribe to my channel, turn on the bell notifications, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.